Here are 10 tips for Modern Warfare 3 with the craziest tip that practically nobody knows about as number 10. Starting off at number 1 is FOV on PC and on console. So listen up. Make sure you go over to your settings and make sure you turn your FOV up to around 110 to 120. If you're a quote-unquote Warzone player, you can leave it at 120. But if you're mainly going to be focusing on multiplayer, I would go to anywhere between 95 to 105. All of the CDL pros like Scump, Attach, all of these guys use anywhere between there because it's a little bit easier to see your target and it's a little bit easier to track. Now, if you're a Warzone player, I would highly suggest to do anywhere around 120 to 110. This being because from far ranges, you have significantly less recoil. And just in general, in my opinion, I feel like it's better to just see things all around you. Also, one last thing when it comes to FOV is make sure to turn on the affected FOV. What this does is when you aim down sight, the FOV gets transitioned according to the FOV that you're at. For example, if you have it on independent, you might turn your FOV up to 120. But when you aim down sight, you'll technically be on an aim down sight FOV of 80. But when you make it to effective, you have an aim down sight FOV of 120. This makes it so you have practically no recoil and insane gun control. All right, moving on to tip number 2. And as it might have it, tip number 2 is movement. All right, hear me out. Whether you're a bot with a 0.5 KD, I love you. I'm not making fun of you, I'm just saying. Or whether you're a sweat tryhard with a 4.0 5 KD, there is always room for improvement in this regard. So I just want to start off by saying this. Everybody, for some reason, believes that Modern Warfare 2019 is significantly faster than Modern Warfare 3. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, based off what I played in the beta and learning the movement as fast as possible, I think Modern Warfare 3 has faster movement than Modern Warfare 2019. The top players in the game, such as Sage and Diaz Biffle, both said the exact same thing, but it's a little bit different. So let's get into it. So in my opinion now, with a slight delay into slide canceling, I don't think that slide canceling is going to be meta. It will be in the meta, but it's not going to be the only thing as the meta. Let me explain. So in Modern Warfare 2019, whenever you would slide cancel, it would reset your auto tac sprint, which pretty much made it broken. Now, fast forward to Modern Warfare 3, that's not the case anymore. Slide canceling does not reset your tac sprint. It actually does it automatically, which in my opinion is actually better. It takes away the broken mechanic of resetting tac sprint while also having some form of a skill gap because you actually have to know when to time your movement now. So in my opinion, slide canceling 24/7, spamming it is not the play anymore. You should only be using slide canceling to challenge around corners. So I know you're thinking to yourself, okay, you're telling me slide canceling is not meta. So what is? Well, let me go over one more thing and then I'll tell you. All right, another movement that you can use is drop shotting. Some people were saying that drop shotting felt weird, it felt slow. In my opinion, it didn't feel slow, it felt okay. It had its place. There's definitely times where you should slide cancel, or there's definitely times where you should drop shot around the corner or just drop shot in general. The amount of times that you catch people off guard with drop shotting is actually quite significant. So in my opinion, please, to all you movement demons that love slide canceling, please include drop shotting into your meta. It will make you significantly better, even if it doesn't look as flashy. Now, lastly, what do I think is meta and what do I think will be quote unquote what everybody is doing? Now, before I continue, do I think this is broken? No. Do I believe that you will catch a bunch of people off guard? Yes. The reason being is because this was not in Modern Warfare 2019. This was not in Modern Warfare 2. This is a new movement mechanic that a lot of people have not even been using. So when using the boots tactical pads, it pretty much allows you to aim down sight while sliding. This is the next generation of pre-aiming. In my opinion, this perk makes the movement incredibly fast and still well balanced because it requires you to take up one of your perk slots. Pretty much, in my opinion, what I think you should be doing around corners is sliding through corners and then canceling mid-slide because you're still ADS to challenge your opponent. You will never be caught off guard because you are constantly in a pre-aim while sliding. Now, I don't believe this is the end-all be-all meta. Now, because if you're aiming down sight while slide canceling, if somebody's drop shotted behind a corner, you're more than likely gonna lose that fight. What I like is there's now, instead of just slide canceling is the only meta, now there's slide canceling, actual drop shotting, sliding while ADSing. There's so many different things like hack stance. Hack stance is another important thing that a lot of people aren't utilizing. Hack stance gives you the ability to increase your movement speed, your pull-up time, your pull-out time. It does all of these things while decreasing your accuracy. So you have a trade-off. You want to shoot really straight, or do you want to have crazy enhanced movement, but you're going to be shooting a little bit more inconsistently? Again, I do not believe that Modern Warfare 2019 is a faster Call of Duty. I think Modern Warfare 3 is faster, and I think the movement is quote-unquote better. As of right now, who knows? They could change it, in a couple days. But the thing is there's a lot more depth to the movement now. There's so many other things that you can utilize, right? The thing that I would recommend to a lot of you guys is go in, try different boots, try different gloves, try different perks, and see what feels good, because it's not just spamming slide canceling anymore. There's actual depth to the move. Moving on to tip number 3 is make sure you get your double XPs. Now, for some reason, this isn't common knowledge, but if you didn't know, Modern Warfare 2 double XP tokens all transfer on to Modern Warfare 3. So if you're anything like me and you still have hundreds of dollars worth of Mountain Dew codes in your account, that will transfer over to Modern Warfare 3. But in the slight chance that this might be your first Call of Duty or you don't have any double XP codes, your boy got you. So Call of Duty has partnered with Little Caesars and Mountain Dew again. So let's go over what these rewards are and what exactly you get. So first, we'll talk about Little Caesars. Whenever you go ahead and make a purchase at Little Caesars, you not only get double double XP, but you also get this charm, this emblem, and this calling card. It doesn't stop there. If you make a second purchase at Little Caesars, you get an exclusive Little Caesars operator. I'll be honest, this isn't the most tactical skin. You know, it screams orange, but hey, I guess we're in the spooky season. Now, moving on to Mountain Dew. Once again, Mountain Dew has partnered with Call of Duty to give you guys double XP in the cans. Now, before I continue, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Please, please, please make sure you guys buy the Modern Warfare 3 cans, because some Mountain Dews don't give you any codes. Make sure you get the right ones. All right, so let's go over the 6 rewards you get. So no matter what, you get 15 minutes of double XP, but you also get 6 separate rewards. Reward number 1 is the Inner Beast weapon blueprint. Reward number 2 is the Beast operator skin. Reward number 3 is the Caught in the Crosshairs weapon vinyl. Reward number 4 is the Zero Chill weapon operator. Now, reward number 5 and 6 is a little bit different. Reward number 5 is a secret weapon vinyl, and reward number 6 is a secret skin. Every reward after that is just 15 minutes of double XP. So if you want, stack it up, get your hours of double XP in. Now, tip number 4 is preload your game. Whether you're on Xbox, PlayStation, or PC, make sure you guys download the game and preload it early, so when that game drops, you're ready to go. Tip number 5, arguably one of the most important things, is aiming and centering. So what is centering? Centering is making sure that you keep your center dot where you think an enemy is about to be. For example, if you're about to enter a doorway, don't have your center crosshair down to the bottom, and don't have your center crosshair looking up at the roof. I know that might seem like common knowledge, but go record your gameplay, watch it back, and you're gonna see that your centering is probably not good. Look at the best players who all compete in the CDL, and their crosshairs is constantly moving at where they think people are going to be. This is why some people expect, oh, this person is hacking, this person is hacking, but in actuality, it's all they have incredible centering. Now, don't get me wrong, there are hackers, but just thought I would throw that out there. So for an example, imagine there's somebody behind a car on a head glitch, right? And you're turning the corner and you're about to fight this guy on this heady. You don't want to have your crosshairs away from the guy. You want to have your center dot where you think the character is going to be before you even aim down sight. That is the single most important thing. Don't have your center dot on the person once you aim down sight, because then it doesn't matter. Have your center dot where you think the player is going to be before you even ADS, so that way, whenever you're fully aimed down sight, you don't even have to adjust your aim to keep track of that player. Apart from tip number 10, if there's anything to take away from this video today, is please, please, please focus on your center. All right, now the 6th thing to know is that detailed gun stats are coming to Modern Warfare 3. As of today, Sledgehammer has just released a post stating that detailed gun stats will be coming. And let me tell you, we've been asking for this for a long time. You can now see things like your headshot damage, your limb damage, your aim down sight time, your reload time. I'm telling you, things are about to get crazy with this. Now, when people make meta classes, you can actually tell whether a gun is meta or not based off the gun statistic. If you want to make a class specifically for movement, you can now tell how much movement do these attachments actually add to your gun. Now, going forward, I hope Call of Duty and Activision decide to keep detailed gun stats as a continuous thing that is added to every single game from here on out. All right, coming in at number 7, which will probably surprise you, is do not party up. Okay, don't let me suck the fun out of you and the homies, but let me tell you, SBMM is crank. For those y'all who don't know what's SBMM, is pretty much you are put in lobbies based off similar skill. If you are partied up with 6 players, 5, for whatever it may be, you are going to get harder lobbies. This was tested during the beta, and every time you would play with a party of 6, you will get put into other lobbies with parties of 6 and people who are actually pretty good. So if you're looking to just kind of chill and vibe, you still are going to get pretty crazy lobbies, but it is significantly less if you party up by yourself. I know, it's not fun. I get it. I hate playing by myself, but you know, going into the weapon camos, you're going to need all the bot lobbies you can get. Now, for tip number 8 is if you're going for the mastery camo grind, please do not save your launchers for the end. So here's the deal. If you're going for the launchers at the end, more than likely you're playing with either camo grinders or against camo grinders, because you've been sweating for the last 3-4 weeks to get those camos, right? Now, all you need is the launchers, right? But here we go. You have Timmy and Jimmy and Juan Felipe all trying to get the same thing that you are, and they're shooting out your counter UAVs, your UAVs, and your chalk. So I'm telling you right now, try to go for the rocket launchers either as you're playing at the beginning of the game or solely just on rocket launchers itself at the beginning. With that, more than likely you're going to ruin your KD, which is fine if you're going for the mastery camo, and you're probably going to get bot lobbies because you have such a low KD. So UAVs and counter UAVs, you won't have anybody to compete against to knock them down, and in all honesty, it'll probably go by a lot faster. Coming in at number 9 is zombies. Okay, I know there's a lot of you guys who hate to know the new zombies, and you guys love strictly round-based zombies. Trust me, I know, I love it too, but I need you guys to go into this new game knowing that zombies is going to be a completely new experience. Me and my boy J God, we consider this new zombies DM zombies because it reminds us a lot of DMZ. Now, a lot of people hated DMZ, and I know there is a community for that, but I will say try zombies out. It is a completely new experience. It is an open world concept, so it is different. You are based in the new Warzone map called Urzikstan, so you're gonna have a lot of zombies to fight and a lot of secret little Easter eggs to find. Again, I will say, know that it is not round-based zombies, and if that is your only thing that you like, then don't play this. But if you're willing willing to have an open mind. I think zombies this year could be a fun thing to do on the side. At the very least, there will be a master camo grind for this, so you can unlock crazy camos that probably nobody's gonna have, and you can level up your weapons if you want through there instead of multiplayer. Now, lastly, at tip number 10, which is arguably the most important, please, for the love of God, stop playing on high sensitivity. Now, I know there's gonna be people that watch this and you're like, guys, if I play on 7, if I play on 8, it's too slow, I can't turn, I feel so sluggish. I'm gonna tell you this right now. You know why? It's because your centering sucks. There is a reason why the top players in the world from the CDL play on either anywhere from 5 sensitivity to 7 sensitivity. You are still able to turn on people. You are still able to do everything you can on 2020 sense without all the crazy movement. This is single-handedly the thing that I feel like messes up most Call of Duty players. We all come from the quick scoping / trick shotting background, and I know back in the day 2020 sense was the move, but sadly, if you're trying to be the best, you shouldn't be on that sense. In my opinion, the highest sense that anybody should go on is 10-10. After that, you're just sacrificing your aim. You know the king, right? Scumper Jumper, the penis pumper. That man plays on 6.6 cents and absolutely fries. DS Biffle arguably had the best year in Warzone ever, winning the World Series of Warzone, plays on 6.6. This should be proof enough to let you know that if you're on 2020, you are going to get gunned by lesser skilled players because they have a lower sense than you. Now, that does not mean that you can't play on 2020 for fun. Go ahead. But if your sole purpose is to be better, drop down your sense right now from 20 to either 6, 7, or 8 sensitivity. If you focus on your centering, if you focus on not missing a single bullet, I promise you, you will get better. I know, even though showing you all these examples, there's still gonna be some of y'all that comment down below, oh, I'm a 2020 sense demon, I'm the best, I'll beat you. I'm just gonna let you know, you're chalk.